So we've just seen all of this drone activity, which is super exciting, and you've said it gives you this level of detail. But now we're here, and I think we're going to do something detailed on the ground. Is that right?
Exactly. So we're still going to have to play detective. Now we're going to use our eyes, and we're going to look on your terrain you just acquired. What vegetation is growing already?
Right.
What is edible already, because you want to have an edible landscape, but it would be stupid to go and destroy everything to then later find out, oh darn, that was edible. I could have made a business out of it, or I could just use it for myself. So you just go and look around. For example, right now here, everybody probably know this plant. It's called a stinging nettle.
Yes. Makes good tea.
Makes good tea. It's edible. You can make pesto out of it.
Yes.
Soup out of it. You can do a lot of things with it. So first of all, look at everything that's edible. But the second thing we can do is, why is this plant growing here?
Yes.
Plants are talking to us in a way that, for example, nettles, they tell us it's rich in nitrogen.
Yeah.
So you know, this place is rich in nitrogen.
Which is good for the soil.
Which is good to make plants grow fast.
Yeah.
But for example, they're not growing here right now. If you see a lot of poppies, you probably remember the symbol for the Great War. Why were there so many poppies?
Yes.
Because there were a lot of bombs. The bombs disturbed the soil. Poppies love disturbed soil. So every time a bomb exploded, poppies started to pop up.
That is a staggering
everywhere.
fact.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is a fact to share. No, that's extraordinary. Yeah. Wow.
So we are here in Flanders Fields at this time.
Absolutely.
So,
gosh.
you know, if you see a lot of poppies, your field is disturbed and needs time to rest.
Okay.
Poppies are edible. The flowers are edible, the seeds are edible. Very, very tasty. Other plants, there's a huge list of plants that can show you the pH of your soil. If it's wet, if it's dry, if the soil is compacted, for example. Plantain, not the banana, but plantain plant, plantago in Latin, or in scientific. It's near the side of a road. Why? Because it's compacted.
Yeah.
And so those plants, there are huge lists. Like I said, you can just observe what plants are growing here, then look at those lists, and then you can really have a better idea on what soil am I standing on right now, but without disturbing the soil.
Yeah. So you're talking about observing the plants, looking at them with our eyes, feeling them, but how can you really identify kind of in more detail what that plant's telling you? What's it all about?
Yeah. So first of all, you need to know what plant it is, and you have to determine what plant it is, and that's not always easy. You have those little books with determination keys, and I have to admit it takes a lot of time. Thank the technology god, we've got an app for that. So I have a brilliant app I use. I use Picture This. I will show it, and you have to just take a picture of the plant. For example, let's take this nettle.
Yeah.
Take a picture, and then you have to wait, and then oh my god,
oh my god, that is
stinging
fantastic.
nettle, and then it says something about the name, where does it come from, is it poisonous or not,
even
is there a
the symbolism, the characteristics.
It's a symbolism of exorcism. Wow.
Oh wow, well, kind of stingy. That makes sense, doesn't it? Stinging nettles, you just wave that at somebody and the devil leaves them, I think, in some way. Gosh,
maybe.
That's incredible.
So it's, you know, a lot. And then
You're
to know,
instant botanist. Or instant,
it's at your fingertips.
Yep.
I love technology. And then to know if it's edible or not, I use Plants for a Future database, pfaf.org.
Yeah.
And it's the largest library of edible plants online.
Right.
And you just, first you scan what plant is it, then you copy the name into this database. Like it's like a Google type of system. Yeah. And then it says it's edible or it's toxic.
Okay.
And if you can't find it, it's probably not edible.
Don't try and eat it until you've got that.
Well, every plant is edible, but some plants are only edible once. Yeah. So disclaimer: always double check and ask an expert if you're not sure. Yeah. If you you can use some plants as medication as well. I have to legally say, first ask your doctor if you're allowed to take it.
Okay.
But you can do whatever on your own risk.
Seems prudent.
Yes. So now we know how to read the soil by looking at plants and by doing research. Now we are going to look in the soil, how to see what we can find in the soil and what we can tell about your terrain.
So I can actually get my hands into the land.
Yes, you can make your hands dirty.
Very good.